Well, good morning everyone, this is George Beiruthi giving you the overnight report for Friday morning the 7th of November 2014. FS Securities is a stockbroking firm. We are located in Queensland, Australia, and a bit more information about the company later in this presentation. Now to the disclaimer. Everything I say here is for general advice and general information only. And before you take any action, please consult with your professional advisor or talk to us directly. A copy of this disclaimer is available to you should you wish to receive it. A phone call away will make sure you receive it. Today we continue with our technical indicators. Today we make a comparison between RSI and stochastic. Of course, we source this information from various internet sites. However, we guide you to it with a summary of the whole thing. So instead of searching the internet, we give you a conclusive summary of what's going on. Prior to that, we concluded an extensive series on options, and we covered the iron ore condor strategy that we use here extensively at FS Securities. And prior to that, we covered a series on futures contract. Now let me go through the data from overnight. We start with Wall Street as usual, and we can see that Wall Street was up and actually establishing a new record for the indices. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was up to 17,549. That's a rise of 0.4%. The S&P 500 index finished up 0.3% at 2,029. I don't have any doubt that the market will be watching for the US unemployment figures tonight. In Europe, the Stoxx 50 index that comprises several European major markets was up by 0.3% to 3,102 on the back of some positive comments by Mario Draghi. He is actually the president of the ECB. That's the European Central Banks. In London, the FTSE 100 index was up by 0.1%. In Japan, the Nikkei index was down 0.8%. And in China, the Shanghai index was up by 0.1%. On the commodities, gold a short time ago was trading at 1,144. That is almost the same price where it was at the very same time yesterday. It's interesting to note that the gold price is now nearly $90 down from where it was 2 weeks ago, and that is the lowest in 4 years. Silver this morning at $15.25, down 4%, and over the last couple of weeks it was down by 10%. Oil closed at 77.9 US a barrel. That is down $1.10 overnight. It is the fall for the fifth day in 6 as OPEC cuts demand outlook and increasing supply around the world. Copper, the world's economic barometer, was up 0.2%, and iron ore, which is important for our miners such as BHP, Rio, Atlas Iron and Fortescue, fell another 1.4% at 75.4 US a ton. This is the lowest level in 5 years. As a matter of interest, during the day, the daily index report was actually showing a 2% drop, which has had a major effect on Fortescue Metal, which dropped quite extensively yesterday. On the currencies, our dollar is now 85.7 US cents, 98.5 Japanese yen, 69.2 euro cents, and 54.1 British pence. And these, of course, are intra-banks rates. On our market yesterday, the benchmark ASX 200 index dropped 11.8 points, or 0.2%, to 5,506. Australian shares reversed early gains as banks were sold down and miners sank. As I mentioned, Fortescue was the worst one amongst the iron ore producers. The best performers amongst the leaders, we have Bramble, was up by 1.2%, followed by Telstra, up by 0.7%. The worst performer was actually Leighton Holdings, down 1.3%, followed by Newcrest Mines, down 1%. That's amongst the leaders. Okay, amongst the sectors, we have the best sector was actually telecommunication, was up by 0.7%, and the worst sector was gold, for obvious reason, was down 2%. On the economic news today that may affect the market, we have the RBA statement on monetary policy that is coming out, I believe, around 10:30 Queensland time. And we also have during the day the Australian October construction data, as well as tonight we have the US labor force data. And of course we have Germany September industrial production. Germany being the strongest economy in Europe, any strength in their economy will have a bearing on the European markets. Local shares are poised to open higher as more data points to a strengthening of the US economy. The SPA futures contract was showing 27 points higher, that's a short time ago, indicating a positive opening. However, we like to put a point of caution due to the fall in iron ore prices and the value of the dollar that may have a contra or a negative bearing on the market. So it's something that we have to be careful about. And of course the RBA announcement at 10:30 should also have an indication about how the market will travel. During the week, our analysts here at FS Securities places several stocks for picks and trades, and this is only a summary of the positions. A more detailed information is placed on the website under our picks and trades menu. Of course, you can discuss any of these stocks with us if you have any particular interest, or you can visit our website, and under, as I mentioned, under the picks and trades there are a lot more information about each of those companies. Every day we update the market volume to show the trend over the last 3 weeks. We also like to show the ratio of advances to declines. It really shows the strength of the momentum and how the buyers and sellers interact. I believe this is one of many ways to understand the trend of the market. Again, this chart is available on the market report that we send to our subscribers every morning, and of course we place on the website. Yesterday we have seen an increase in volume, still relatively below the highest levels that we have seen of recent weeks. However, it was an increase in volume. Nevertheless, we've seen that the declines exceeded advances by almost of a ratio of 44 to 32. So when the volume is up and there are more selling, it tells you that the market is a bit jittery and careful and is actually perhaps on the bearish side. We like to show you the companies that have performed well despite that the overall market was down. Super Retail Group, this is a company that took over from Gloria Jeans, continues to hover up, another 12% up yesterday. News Corporation came up with some very good data and results, was up by 6.6%, and of course you've got the whole list of companies, and if you wish to discuss any of these companies, again all you have to do is just call us. We'd like to give you a snapshot of the 10 best performing companies and the 10 worst performing companies in one chart, in one screen, and we also show you what happened the day before. I mentioned already Super Retail Group, which was up quite a bit yesterday, and looking down that list we have 10 Network, was actually up by 7%. Bidel, News Corporation I already mentioned, Macquarie Atlas Roads Group. On the downside we've got Atlas Iron down 16.7%, UGL down 14%, Lanus down 10%, I mentioned Fortescue down 8%, and so on. So if you're interested to talk to us about any of these companies, we're just one phone call away. Okay, finally, who I am. My name is George Beiruthi. I am the director here at FS Securities. As you can see, I have many years of trading and investment experience and several qualifications to support what I offer my clients. My ambition today is to help our clients and prospective clients to become effective investors and traders. Here we are. As I mentioned, we're a stockbroking firm located here in Queensland, Australia. And our mission is to educate our clients and work with them as consultants to pick trades and manage their portfolio. We're fully licensed and we trade shares, options, commodities, CFDs and foreign exchange, and offer our clients a very attractive investment with 7% return per annum, interest paid monthly, or you can go to 3 years with 9% interest, which of course a lot higher than what the banks is offering at the moment, and that's 9% over 3 years, 9% per annum over 3 years, and interest paid monthly. We are also financial planners and cater for all your financial needs. Okay, well, now how to reach us. We are one phone call away, 61 for Australia, 7 for Queensland, 56304141. That's our landline number. Alternatively, you can call my mobile. I am available 7 days a week where I can receive your calls. Or you can write to me at george@fssecurities.com.au, or of course you can visit our website where you can see our daily recommendations, daily scans, current trading positions and results. You'll also see our tutorials, education webinars, various education editorials, and many charts and a lot of information. So why don't you register right now for the 15-day free trial and surf the website right through it. Alright, well, that's all from us here at FS Securities. Remember to trade safely and wisely. We will be back at 1:15 this afternoon to tell you what happened during the day. And have a fantastic day.